Hey guys, so today I want to make a video teaching you guys about function notation and how function notation works. So I have here four functions: y equals 2x, y equals x plus 1, y equals 2x minus 2, and y equals 5x, okay? Now if I was just to ask you like, alright, so if x equals 3, what does y equal? Well, there's some confusion because, well, x equals 3, so does that mean I plug in x into this function, into this function, into this function, or into this function? Like, which function do I plug x into? Like, so does that mean y equals 2 times 3, which is 6? Or does y equal 3 plus 1, which is 4? Or does y equal 3 times 3, which is 9 minus 2, which is 7? Like, what is the answer? Like, you can't figure it out because you don't know which one to put x into. So when they realized this kind of happened when they started making these large computer programs with all these different functions and stuff like that. So they realized they have to create what's called function notation so we understand how it works. And so instead of saying y equals 2x or y equals x plus 1, they made it this, where function notation uses letters. So instead of y equals 2x, it now says f of x equals 2x, and g of x equals x plus 1, and h of x equals 3x minus 2, and j of x equals 5x. So basically they took the y's and got rid of them and added letters like f of x, and g of x, and h of x, and stuff like that. So now, if I was to say this, so now it's saying, okay, so if, let's say I want to find f of 3. Well, what that means is that is telling me go to the f function. Go to the function that has f in it and plug in for x 3. So I go here to the f function, and wherever there's an x, it's now a 3. So instead of 2 times x, it's now 2 times 3, which is 6. What does h of 2 equal? So that tells me go to the h function and then plug in the number 2 for x. So I go down here, so f, g, there's h. So this function, I am now plugging in a 2. So instead of 3x, it's now 3 times 2, which is 6, minus 2, which is 4. What is j of 4? So j of 4 says, all right, go to the j function and plug in a 4. So all right, so I go over here to the j function. Oh, right there. J instead of x is now 4. So 5 times x becomes 5 times 4, which is 20. And that's how function notation works. It allows you to know which function to go to and what number to put in. And so then you can see which function you're using, what number you're plugging in for the input, and what number you get out for the output. So here's a couple of examples. So like, what is I of 2? What is g of 4? What is f of 1? And what is k of 6? Okay, so if you want, pause this video, try them out. If not, I'm going to do it. So I of 2 means go to the I function right here and plug in the number 2 for x. So instead of 3 times x, it's now 3 times 2, which is 6. G of 4. So I go to the g function right there, g of x. So it says g of 4 now. So 2 times x becomes 2 times 4, which is 8 plus 4, which is 12. F of 1. So I go to the f function right here, and I plug in 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. K of 6, I go to the k function right here. Instead of x plus 2, it's now 6 plus 2, which is 8. And here's a challenge for you. What is f of g of 2? Ooh. Okay, so on problems like these, you have to work from the inside out. So first we need to find what is g of 2. So I go to the g function right here, and I plug in a 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. So instead of f of g of 2, it's now f of 8. because I found that g of 2 equals 8. So now I have to go to the f function and plug in an 8. So I go over here to the f function. 8 plus 1 is 9. So therefore, f of g of 2 equals 9. Okay? So that's just kind of a quick little video on function notation.